guys. I'm going to put a quick post on Facebook. Maybe I'll try that as a... Okay. There we go. All right, guys. How we doing? Hi. Hey, Marie. Oh, my goodness. Well, the humidity's back, and it's pretty hot. Not as bad as it was. Hi, Allie. You're early. Well, thank you. I'm late as usual. But it's been wild. You know what? I think, do I need more light? Is this looking okay? Does this look like I have enough light on me, or do I need to add light? Hi, Rosemary. Let me know, guys. Looks good, Earl. Throw the light on. Lighting is good. Good. Good to know. It looks weird from where I'm sitting, but very shadowy. But anyhow. Okay. Hey, honey, who's here? I can't even see without my glasses on. Hey, Jen. All right. Well, it's been another wild week. Busy, busy, busy at the store. My God. Hey, Nicoletta. Hi, Katie. Insanely busy. So gratefully busy, especially since they're talking. I guess the governor of Connecticut just extended the mask order through February. And hey, Christine. And we're not sure what's happening in the fall for a fall shutdown. So I am making hay while the sun shines and just putting away as much as I can, just in case we do that shutdown dance again. So, and hi, Amanda. Hey, Soyan. Okay, everyone's catching up. Didn't have a lot to talk about today, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that readings are through the roof. I mean, private readings, the $5 walk-in readings. I think I read 20 some people today. I'm shoehorning readings in, like before and after hours, and trying to keep my days off. I still wind up doing phone readings and stuff, but trying to keep some time where I can just clear and do my own thing. Oh, it's Quinn. I remember your name, Quinn, because I almost named my daughter Quinn. Aw, thank you, honey. Hi, sweetie. I'm so glad. So glad. Yeah, no, I don't forget a Quinn. Truly, that was almost the name of Devin. So I love your name. I love the name Quinn. But the readings have taken on a desperate tone. Now, not all readings, don't hear it like that. Not all people. The energy shifted from very aggressive, angry. I mean energy in general, okay? So if you're not feeling angry and aggressive, it's okay. Good, I'm glad. I'm not either. But it went from angry and aggressive to just sad, like a lot of tears. I mean, that's what I gauge. How many boxes of tissues did I go through this week? People are sad. It shifted right after. Well, I'm going to say that last night I saw the shift, and then today we're weepy and sad and regretful, and people are really struggling. And I think the anger and the sadness is kind of coming out of the same place. It's either regret or frustration, both, and they're kind of kissing cousins in that it's not, for most people, it's not possible, even if they want to move forward. And so, of course, missed opportunities, People are frustrated because a lot of people, doors opened and then doors closed. And I spent almost 3 years saying, like a mantra, know where you want to be, know what you want to do. It's going to get hard after a certain point in 2020. I said it. Astrologically, energetically, there's going to come a point that's going to be very hard. So just if all you can do is point yourself in that direction. I just had a reading today where I was like, listen to me. Just start Google searching that position. Don't worry about whether the job is there or not. I had a reading like, just look for a home in this place. Start looking to rent here. You may not have it tomorrow, but just shift your energy, okay? Energy flows where your attention goes. It's manifestation 101. It's also magic 101. That's why I'll tell you guys, and I will personally put candles back. I don't do a candle for love and a candle for opening, and I do a love and focus. Focus on one key issue, and I will tell you that that key issue, and you know I'm not the most mercenary person in the world. I'm not that way. But the key issue is almost always money. Love and money really are parallel energies. Aphrodite, Venus, rules both. Okay, the goddess of love is actually the goddess of love and money. And all the goddesses that, Lakshmi, love and money. It's very hard to have one without the other. Something about being in a very bad place financially is almost like spraying yourself down with man or woman away. It's just like you can smell failure on people, the defeatedness, the defeatedness, and you're going to attract a different type of person, possibly a predator. That's why so many poor people get preyed upon. It just so address your financial state. Make sure you have some measure of, a lot of us, listen, someone said some remark to me about, and I get really angry about all the business closings. I take that really personally. That would have been me 4 years ago. Going through my divorce, I could never have sustained this right now. So it makes me really angry when someone dismisses a 25-year-old bakery, closing due to COVID and saying, well, they probably weren't doing well anyway, or, well, no. Most small businesses run on a very tight margin. But let me ask you this question. Could you survive 2 months on a paycheck? If someone said to you, you get a paycheck for 2 months, could you sustain yourself? Most can't. I worked in a shelter. Most of us are only a few months out of being homeless ourselves. So that makes me so angry when people have this sort of a smug, it feels smug. I don't know. So let's see who's here. Hey, Andrea. So anyway, I really urge you to focus on career and money and stability and home first and foremost. That needs to continue, and with a heavy emphasis on career and financial stability. Whatever you can do, and let me tell you, people have found opportunities in this time, the same way Disney opened during the Depression. Just Google businesses that opened during the Great Depression. Disney heads the list, but there were lots of others that did very well. They have cottage industries. People are sewing masks. I mean, and they're doing well with that. They're selling a lot of masks. There's all sorts of things, babysitting responsibilities for parents who are trying to. I'm like, listen, I had this with my first two kids, as I had a secretarial services business out of my home, and I hired mother's helpers. I couldn't afford a nanny, for God's sake, but I didn't need a nanny. I needed like a 14-year-old play with my kids who were very little, so that I could get some work done. And there's a whole possibility there. Let me see. I'm sorry. It's you're right. You're right about that. Hey, Carrie. It makes me furious. Hey, Sabrina. I just don't say anything at all. If you can't, just understand what it's like to invest your heart and soul in a business and lose it. And I remember I posted something about being closed, and I was really angry, about we need to open. Like 2 months have gone by, we need to open. And someone on Facebook was like, you just want to put your employees at risk. You just want to open so you can make money. And I'm like, hello, I am the employee. It's a slow, no, no. No, I'll be back in business because if liquor stores can be open and Walmart and Target and blah, 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 it's a broken record. I don't want to keep saying it. Pretty sure I could be open too. Pretty sure. I've got allergies. I'm sorry. My nose is running. It's so attractive, I know. So anyway, but here's the thing, guys. I talked about this. Know where you want to be, know where to go. Targeting tips. Take classes. Do what you got to do. Point yourself in that direction. If all you do is point yourself in that direction, then that's what you do. You want to move here? Well, then just start Googling. Make it your screensaver. You want to move to Tucson? Well, talk, breathe, live Tucson. Go to the library, get books on Tucson. Start studying maps. Look at the real estate of Tucson. I just make it clear that that's what you want, because again, energy flows where your attention goes. So you focus that way. Now, but I also said that the window of opportunity was going to close. And after a certain point, it was going to get harder to make this happen. Not impossible, just a lot harder. And now we're here. So I got people coming in the shop and they're like, I hate my job. I'm like, well, you've hated your job. I've known you for 3 years. You've never liked your job. Well, I know, but do you see? I'm like, no, I don't see. No, I don't see it changing. Basically, no one's hiring. And when they are hiring, it's a very long process. And this industry is changing. And no, I don't see that right here. Or they're unhappy in their marriage. And do you see? I'm like, no, I don't. And I don't see you leaving a marriage right now, nor should you probably. If you're not getting beat, or you're dealing with a horrible abuse situation, and you've dealt with this now for the past 15 years, this might not be the time to get off that horse, okay? Because next few months are going to be a wild ride. And security is more important right now. And I'm the first one. I am the fool card of the tarot deck, just walking off that cliff. No problem. But if you got kids and you've got responsibilities, it's not time to walk off cliffs right now. Okay, it's time to focus and sit tight while this passes. And it's going to pass like a kidney stone, okay? So I'm not saying that easily. Basically, manifesting is, but understanding that, first of all, understand that I hate The Secret. I hate everything about The Secret. I think it's Christianized witchcraft. It's stupid, and I never liked it from day one, okay? Because in witchcraft, an actual crafting, you craft a spell, you craft your work, and you time it with the moon and the candles and you really focus. I will focus for 3 months on something before I work on it, and I will fast. And I will abstain from coffee, and I will be like on a bread and water diet. I mean, when I'm going to do something big, and that doesn't happen very often, but if I've got something big that I'm moving along, yeah, I'm all in. And so that's why I'm saying to you, you don't need 5 different candles. If you're doing a specific piece of work, make that all your attention. But understand too that if you believe in deity, if you believe in a divine presence, if you believe in a divine all, maybe the answer is going to be no, and nobody wants to hear that. And the premise of The Secret was, well, you didn't ask enough. And I'm like, dude, when I'm in the car with my little kids and they're like asking over and over and over, I'm like, ask again, it'll never happen. What do we think, deity is deaf? Stupid? What? You don't think that the gods can hear you? Whatever God you call on, do you not think that they can't hear you? That you got to ask 25,000 times because the first 24,999 weren't enough? Give me a break, okay? You do one thing, you do it well, you release it. That's why I love the wish paper. If you're going to do it, do the full moon wishing powder, do a wish paper. Release it and let it go. If I was doing wish paper, and I haven't done one yet, but I think they're cool. But I would do my, and I'd be dressing the paper. I would be thinking about it. I'd probably meditate with under my pillow for a few days. I mean, that's how I would do a wish paper. I wouldn't just write a couple sentences and light it off. I'd spend time with it. I'd really give it some thought. I'd really put energy into it. That's not, well, I mean, I know. And okay, I was going to bring that up, Robin. Thank you. The real estate market. So I've got a lot of people coming in for readings, and I can see career change, and I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles, and that's house, and they're like, yes, I'm thinking of getting my real estate license. I'm like, why? Well, I mean, look at the market. I'm like, yeah, look at the market. It's temporary. How long is it going to take to get your real estate license? And then get with a real estate company, and then build a clientele. This is going to be over. This isn't going to sustain itself. And so, yeah, it's booming right now, especially in Lower Fairfield County here in Connecticut. But it's booming. Thank you, Governor Lamont, for not putting the trains in that would have gone directly to Stamford, New York City, and would have really brought the valley up. So that was a great thing. Thank you for being spiteful because you didn't get your freaking tolls. Look at that. But no, I was talking about wish paper. This is the simplest thing, wish paper that I sell at the shop, but you can buy certainly anywhere, which is you roll up and you write it, you roll it up and you light it and it goes. You can go on YouTube and look at wish paper and you'll see a cute little video of how it works. But I'm just saying, even with that, I would never just do it lightly. I'd spend time with it. I'd be dressing the paper with oil. I'd be, meditating with it, and I'd sleep under my pillow, and I'd really think about what color ink I would be using to write my intention on that. That's the sort of thing I'd be doing. So, but right now, I mean, and good for realtors right now, by the way, Robin, wonderful for realtors who are taking advantage of this. Like I'm talking about making hay while the sun shines. Absolutely. I hope you're banking that money. I hope you're saving it someplace because we don't know what's happening down the pike. Coming wish paper. Yeah, I just, it's not, again, if all my energy is to spend 10 seconds, oh, I want this. Now, we often see interesting aspects of, let me think of a good example because it just happened to me recently where I was talking about something and the very next day it showed up like at my door basically. Oh my God, I can't think of what it was. And it was just funny because I had just been saying like, oh, I really want this. And then bam, it was someone called and they had it. It was just, that's crazy, but that's how that works many times. But I work very closely with my deity and I'm directed, I'm instructed. It's not me calling the shots a lot of time because I work close with deity, with my goddess. I make offerings. I do sacrifice. I got a clear directive several long years ago, actually, but that I was to fast like one day a week, 24 hours, not eating. And I did that for 7 months. It was one day out of the week. And then one day I was praying and they're like, okay, you can stop now. I'm like, okay. I was like, was there a reason? I mean, did you want to, like, just to see if you would do it? Okay. Little test there. And for 8 months, I mean, every Wednesday, I didn't eat. I just, from midnight to the next morning. And if you're closely aligned with deity, and a lot of you know how I felt the universe, that whole idea of I just send it to the universe, or I'm just putting it out to the universe. It's like, what does that even mean? Yeah, it's like, oh, you're going fishing. I see you got fishing rods. You're getting your boat. Yeah, we're going fishing. Well, where are you gonna go? The ocean. It's like the ocean. Like what? Just the ocean? What does that mean? The universe is a big place, a lot of stuff, good and bad. How do you know what's going to intercept what you're doing if you don't direct it? I'm not judging. I'm just curious. How do you know? So, and I have people who just the universe. Hey, Paul. Hey, Janice. Well, Janice, you worked your first spell many years ago, and first fishing. um, I remember when you did something for your daughter and the health insurance with your son-in-law. And I mean, that was an amazing, empowering thing. But it wasn't something you do lightly. It was something that you took time with, and and you pray over those candles. You work magic. And I think this month's newsletter, this August newsletter, I talk a lot about that. And why don't we? Why are we afraid? Why are we so afraid to do that? I had a woman in the shop earlier today. I know so many of my sentences begin with that, but it's true. And she was talking about the fact that she, did oracle cards and this, but was terrified to do this or this. And I'm like, why? Like, why not just like, why are you afraid? And she had reasons to be afraid, but they were more about the opinions of other people and the fear of offending deity. And I'm like, but why would that offend deity? And I think part of it is that we're Christians are raised, and I think Muslims and possibly Jews, but this idea that everything is in accordance to the will of God. And the three Abrahamic religions, the Christian, Jewish, and Muslim, it's Christian, yeah, the one male entity. So we can say male God, patriarchal religion. And we have to accept what we're giving as a punishment or as a reward. We can ask, but we can't make it happen. We have to let them work. And see, witches don't do that. We don't wait for karma, we are karma. We don't wait for something to happen, we make it happen. And then we take accountability for that thing, which is why you don't just pop off and light a candle or pop off. I wrote about the newsletter too. We don't just do it that way because there's accountability at the end of the day. I mean, vision boards. I mean, I don't have one, but I like them. I mean, the idea of something that, again, like I say, put it on your screensaver, and sure, a vision board that has postcards from Tucson and maybe stamps from letters you've gotten because you got family there and you want to move there, and sure, it's nice to keep it front and center, but that's not the same as doing work, and it's not the same as getting on the computer or sending out letters or putting out job applications to Tucson. Your vision board is only going to do so much. Yeah, it keeps your focus going. And yep, energy flows where your attention goes. But if you're not prepared to send out some resumes and make some applications, that's as far as it's going to go. I always liken it to people who have musical talent, musical proteges, prodigies, people who can sit on the computer at the piano or pick up a guitar and can innately play. There are a lot of those people in my family that could sit at the piano, had no musical training, and they could play. But if you don't get musical training, if you don't study, you'll never progress past a point. So there people say, well, I'm a natural witch, I'm a natural healer, I'm a natural, and I'm not taking that away from you. You are a natural medium, sure. And as you know, if you watch my shows and my shows with Andrea, I am not sure that mediumship can be taught. I think we can hone a skill, but it's and I said this too, I'm trying not to offend anybody, but like I studied viola for 3 years, I studied clarinet for a year, I studied bass guitar for a few years. I could read music, but I had zero musical talent. I had no gift for it, So it's the same, You could learn it. Like I could teach you tarot. I teach tarot. I could teach it frontwards, backwards. I could teach tarot, but it may not be your gift. You can learn how to use it, but it may not be your gift. We're not good at everything. We can't all be good at everything. And so you've got to look realistically at what are you good at and build from there. Okay, but start with what you're good at. So the things that, If you're wonderful with plants and growing things and you love green things, herbology might be for you. Okay? So if you but if herbology is for you, for the love of God, get an herbology certificate, take a class. You can kill somebody. You could, if you're not checking out and if you don't double check with pharmacists to understand the interaction with medicines they might be on, you can either negate the medicines that they need or kill them. So it's not a little thing. You don't want to have some pregnant lady having a miscarriage because you gave her the wrong damn thing. You won't, but study and learn. Don't just assume that you innately have enough knowledge of the herbs that you might not have. Okay? So, yeah. Well, that's true, honey. Well, I'll tell you what. You were looking to buy or rent. It actually, well, prices have gone up. Prices have actually escalated. People are getting their things are going to bidding war. So it's actually a seller's market. If you live in a place where you can afford and you're reasonably happy there, you might want to stay put. Um, because you're going to pay more money than you should, and then God forbid there's no closing. Now what are you going to do? So if you're in a position to buy, that's great, and if you're selling, fantastic. Especially if you're selling in Fairfield County and you're going down south or out west, good for you. Because you're gonna do well, and that's how the real estate market is. It's always a cycle. Buyer's market, seller's market, but this is a short span of time. It's not going to be forever. There you go. Hey, Bridget. Yep. And music is magic too. We don't always think about that. Music is magic. Every act of will is an act of magic. Remember that. You can get up in the morning, and even the way you exit your bed in the morning is an act of magic. If you sit there and you lay in bed and you say to yourself, oh my God, this is going to be such a bad day. I can feel it. This is going to be terrible. Well, what are the odds you have a good day? What are the odds that's going to work out well? It might, could, but it probably is not going to get above mediocre. But if you get up and you say to yourself, I'm going to own this day. I'm going to make this the best day. I am going to get down there and the odds are it's going to be a good day. Bad things happen. I don't want to be, that's a love and light kind of sentiment, maybe, but it is, your headset has to be in the game. And as I've taught my kids, know when it's time to call out. And my kids all knew they could take a mental health day throughout the year, as long as there wasn't a big test that day at school. They could come to me and say, Mom, I don't feel like going to school. I need a day off. It happened maybe 4 or 5 times in the school year tops because they enjoyed their sports. They liked school. But it was just like, I want to spend the day in bed. I want to stay in my pajamas. I don't want to go to school. You know what? You got a test, stay home. So I'd make pancakes or something special and have a nice day. And that's what you got to do for yourself too. Tell yourself, you know what, I need a day off, and call out. Don't be a fool about it. You know what I mean? Know when it's time to say, I need a break. The one good thing about the Corona thing for me was I had been putting money away because I did know that it was coming. Yes, that I did. But I took those 2 months and I slept in. The first week, I probably slept 12 hours a day, and just rested because I had been doing 14-hour days for 13 years. 12, 14 hours a day. I'm going to be done with this and go back downstairs. I'm working on 2 charts for private readings tomorrow. I'm not complaining about that. It's just the truth. Someone asked what I thought about, if the success of the shop, if I thought that was due to Corona, if I thought it was due to, I'm like, I think it might be due to 13 years of 14-hour days and being ethical and always putting myself out there and answering phone calls at 2 a.m. and making sure I get back to people. And I think that has a lot to do with it. The overnight success that only took 13 years. So there's that too. Hard work is its own reward. So I take a lot of pleasure in that. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of what we do. Yeah. Well, not a career. Although it could, piano could have been a career. But I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that right now, through this election, astrologically, energetically, just to get back to what I was supposed to be talking about in the first place, it may not be the best time. It probably isn't the best time to move forward. This is the time where, my image is in the movie Bambi. Remember Bambi when the hunters came through and the pheasants were like shh, don't just stay put, shh. And the one pheasant loses its mind and flies off and then gets shot. But remember that scene? She's like, just shh, don't say, just stay put, stay. And that's actually exactly the energy. And I got people coming in the shop, and their energy is like, just I gotta do something. I can't take it. And it's just, I think of those people jumping out of the building, 9/11, the Twin Towers, and it's just like, oh my God, that's the energy. People are so desperate now because the pressure's on. Now the pressure is crushing because it's coming at us from all over the place. Corona. We've got this election, which I'd said was going to get more and more contentious. It is. We have racial tensions. We are entering the perfect. So we got a double-headed storm coming into Florida. My kid's down there, by the way. My Daisy is in college down there. So am I happy? No, I am not. California's on fire. Luckily, lower than my son is there, but still, I'm like, why don't you guys just shoot me, okay, kids? Because this is bad. Now, don't think I'm happy about it, and I'm never happy about it. I never deliver bad news happily, but it's real. It's the reality. What I don't do is sugarcoat a piece of shit and try to sell you a brownie. That's what I don't do. I'm not going to pretend it's all going to work out. Let's just hope for the best, but plan for the worst. So that's my mantra. But right now, if you're reasonably secure, if you can pay your bills, if you can put a little money aside, if you can put a little food aside, canned goods, things that you could open up and eat, do that. Do that. Rice, beans, raspberries. Oh my God. Let me let him out really quick, and then I'm going to throw cards. You cannot yell like that. Okay, stop it. Come on out. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So I'm going to look at comments one more time, and I'm going to throw some cards. We have here. All right. Good. Register to vote. Okay. So let's throw cards. I always say this is a great learning opportunity for those of you who read tarot. Whether you want to learn or not, or need to learn or not, I throw 6 cards in a pyramid. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the top card is the situation. The next 2 cards are what's right in front of you. And then the following 3 are situation unfolding. Okay? Hello, Orlando. All right, and I'm going to start with Aries. Let me shuffle a little bit more. And new moon just passed. We're working towards the waxing moon. Lovely energy. We just had yesterday was our last sunset after 8 o'clock. And I noticed they started getting dark just before 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. here in Connecticut. And now it starts to, slowly but surely, we'll have shorter and shorter days, which makes me miserable, but they are, Hurley. He was so loud yesterday, man. You know, but yes, I think there was a big solar storm. There was a coronal mass ejection, a CME, that hit yesterday, and it was big. So if and I posted it on Facebook, but that affected a lot of people too. But I mean, I love tarot cards. I've been reading tarot since I was 16. You do need to learn the cards to some extent. Yes, there are instinctual readers. There are people who just never pick up a book. They just read the cards. I think you miss out a lot doing that. You know, there's people only read uprights. Again, I think you miss out on that when you do that too. I think reverses are great. And I think it's worth studying. I really do. I think it's worth taking the time to learn the cards. However, but the reason why I say to learn it this way, look how I interpret them, and then you throw the same cards with your deck at home, just and see how you interpret those 6 cards. That's what I'm saying. That's why I tell you what I'm throwing, so you can replicate it and then look at it and see what you get out of it. And like I always say, my little disclaimer is that obviously when I'm reading, it's like not every Libra is looking for a job. Not every Aries wants to move. Of course not. But what often happens in readings is there's someone close to you that might be going through it. Is there someone that you're concerned about who's dealing with it? Keep that in mind too. That if you're a mother with a child who's going through a divorce, even though your marriage is happy, divorce is in front of you, leaving, that's probably directed more to your kid than to you. I have so many cards. I just got a huge shipment in. Huge. I mean, like $1,000 order just got put up in the store. So lots of cards. So the Urban Tarot is the deck that people are looking at right now in a big way. I'm loving that deck. If you guys want to go on and take a look at the Urban Tarot. God, this is rolling. I've actually got this up on a stand, and I'm shaking it like crazy. Okay. All right. But there are some cool new decks, I gotta say. And I got a huge shipment of Oracle decks in too. So, and card and books. So, and more. I'm just bringing it in. So, anywho, retail is definitely one of those businesses where you got to spend money to make money. So, and I am thrilled with the reception of the jewelry and the things I'm bringing in that are new and different. And it's just been a wonderful reception to that. So, very exciting. All right, Aries. I said Aries moving, and the first card I get is relocation. That's funny. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Aries. First card up is the 6 of Cups, which is usually leaving home. Leaving home, heading home. We have the Justice card, we have the King of Swords, and then we have the Lovers. We have the 3 of Cups, we have the 5 of Coins reversed, and the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. Going home, happy at home, being happy in the home. I almost, looking at these cards, Justice, the King of Swords, and the happy home, I would wonder, there's no pentacles in here, if somebody was looking at either selling their home or buying a new home or making money in the home. Because I'm looking at actually the five of Coins reversed. Yeah, I'm also going to think that you're doing something you love to do in the house. Okay, and I say that because the Justice has us signing contracts or documents. The King of Swords, strong communication. Maybe Aries, you're learning that your job is going to stay remote. Could be that, and you're happy about it. There's no downside to these cards. The 5 of Coins reversed is great. That's finances, improving and getting better. I'm going to say it's good news about making money or being happy in the home. And I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of you are hearing that you're not going to be going back to an office situation. Maybe you're hearing that you're going to stay virtual and you're happy about it. Okay? That's what I'm hearing here. Did you, Carrie? No, there you go. All right. All right, bravo. The Talisman deck is out of print right now. Hey, Sean. We're trying to find someone in this country to print it at a reasonable price. The first printing was out of China, and China, who is the author and creator of the deck, is concerned about the shipment back and forth from China, and it's expensive, fronting the money for the deck, and we don't want to find that $1,000 worth of cards are awesome. That's awesome, Carrie. I'm so happy. And then they get destroyed, or they get, there's no recourse there. So trying to find someone here in America to print them at a reasonable price. It's a challenge. All right, Taurus, what do we have here? We have the Strength card reversed. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. We have the Page of Coins reversed. The Five of Wands, the Tower, and the Six of Coins. Now, how do I read that? Ooh. Well, I'm going to read it like you're sick of your job. The job is sucking the life out of you. The Strength reversed, the Page of Wands reversed. Sorry. The Strength reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed, and the Page of Coins reversed. You're working, and it looks like there's no opportunity to make more money. There's no opportunities to, and it's the same argument over and over and over again at work. I'm going to put this to work with the Tower there. That speaks to catastrophic endings, catastrophic changes. But what is it resulting in? It's the Six of Coins, which is money. Six of Coins is a bonus. Six of Coins is, so I'm going to say it's really about fighting for that bonus, fighting for that. And we're seeing it. People are being forced to take on extra work. They're letting go of staff, and they're just pushing that work off on people. And I know a lot of my readings, they're like, yeah, I'm going to ask for that money. I'm going to ask for the raise. I'm going to ask, and they're stalling on it. But I'm going to say Taurus, and Taurus isn't one to suffer silently when it comes to money. So the idea of, I've been doing this work for 6 months, I want the title and I want the money. That's what I see here. And I'm seeing you getting it. It's really fortune favors the brave in this instance. Going to and saying, listen, I've been doing this job, I've been doing it well, you save money, I'm doing, but now it's time to pay me. Okay? But I think and the only other way I'd read these cards would be like, if for some reason you were removed from the job you have, but there's some kind of big bonus that like a golden parachute or a golden handshake, that the Six of Coins. So it's like, you know what, we're closing, we're closing the business, we're ending the business, the Tower. But here's your what's that called? Oh my God, what you pay into, you get your your stipend. You know what I'm saying? What's that word? Okay. He does want coffee, actually. I'm always ready to knock the thing over because he gets on top of the cup and he tries to drink it. What is that? What is that name? Not the money that you get when you leave a job, but it's extra money. So there's a bonus, but it's your pension. Okay, your pension. So it'd be something like that. Leaving, they close the job, they close the place, they close the doors, but you get your pension, or you're there where you can get the money. Severance. There you go. Thank you. Okay. Gemini, what do we see here? So Gemini, I have the Four of Coins reversed, the King of Wands, the Five of Swords reversed, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. All right, so the Four of Cups, the Four of Coins reversed. Wow, I am sorry. Four of Coins reversed is knowing what you need to do to make more money, basically. Knowing what you need to do. Four of Coins upright is how can I make more money? But it's reversed. It's I know how I can do this. King of Wands, Five of Swords reversed. It really speaks to going and getting professional help, professional advice. The Five of Swords reversed is taking professional advice. Um, what do I have to do to get promoted? What do I have to do to move my career forward? In this case, for Gemini, I'm seeing the Seven of Wands, which is school, training, some kind of education. Now, what's interesting is the Eight of Swords, which I don't love the Eight of Swords. That's a card of kind of despair. But I also see the Ace of Wands. So I'm going to say, I'm going to throw one more card. Page of Swords reversed. Ugh, okay, that did me no good at all. It's almost like being a paralegal. Like you're a legal secretary, you become paralegal, and even though you don't have your paralegal license, you're allowed to do paralegal work, and they pay you for that. So it's like, nope, you don't have the license yet. You got to get it. You have to go get. You have to get that degree, that certificate. But while you're doing it, we're going to give you work, and we're going to pay you for the work. So that's what I'm seeing for Gemini. It's like, we know you can do the job, and we know there's a struggle to get the training, to get there. There's a wait or whatever there is, but it feels like they're going to take care of you anyway. And when I'm doing these cards, Harley, when I'm doing these cards, I shuffle the deck once and I just throw the cards rather than putting the cards back in and shuffling. I just think they fall where they're meant to fall. I shuffle, and I'm just reading for the 12 signs the way if I was just doing one big reading, But yeah, otherwise, if I was reading, let's say, individuals here, then of course I'd shuffle the cards. All right, so Cancer. Cancer, my goodness, the Wheel of Fortune upright, the Three of Swords reversed, the Two of Swords reversed, the Six of Swords reversed, the Star, the Knight of Cups. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune upright is always good luck. It's just that simple. The Wheel of Fortune upright is good luck. It's reversed, it's bad luck. Sometimes it can be being stuck in place. The wheel's not moving. But in this case, good luck. And I mean, seriously, it's good fortune. The Three of Swords reversed is anxiety. And the Two of Swords reversed is the need to make a decision. The Two of Swords upright, rock in a hard place. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's reversed. So it means you're going to choose rock or hard place. There's anxiety here. And I want to say part of this is Six of Swords reversed, the decision not to move, the decision not to make a move right now. And the Star is shining on this. And the Star on this is one of the two best cards in the deck. And I'm going to say part of your decision to not move seems to be hinged on a young person. So I'm going to say in this case, maybe staying while a kid is finishing high school or finishing through a grade. Because again, the Six of Swords is a big, big move. It's a big move, a big transfer across. It can be travel across an ocean. It's going across many states. It's not a move across the street. And I'm going to say in this case, for Cancer, that decision is predicated on the well-being of a child. Okay? It could be as simple as you're going to have a baby, and you don't want to have the baby. You don't want to be 8 months pregnant moving. So you say, I'm going to stay put until this baby is born, and then I'll move. And it's a tough decision because it looks like you really want to go. Maybe you've got parents in other states saying, let's go, come on. And you're like, I'm going to wait, have the baby before I stress myself out packing up the house. I'll do it after. It's common sense. It's really it's Cancer, and it's about a child. It's about the well-being of the family unit. Hard decision, but it's being made based on what's best for particularly a child or children. It's interesting you say that about the way people pull cards. So, and of course, I'm just absolutely brain dead. There's a wonderful reader on YouTube. She actually uses our deck, and I'm just drawing a complete blank on a name. Oh my God. And she has done so much with promoting me and my shop. I'm embarrassed. But she shuffles and the cards fall out. Like she shuffles like this, like a card dealer, at a casino. And as the cards fall out, that's how she reads them. I've had people who just flip cards. They don't have any rhyme or reason to how they throw them. I tend to throw them in a certain pattern. So yeah, everyone's got their own way. Why can't? What is wrong with me? Oh my God. All right. I'm embarrassed. Okay. Leo. The Fool reversed. The Two of Cups, the Two of Coins, the Four of Wands, the Lovers reversed, the Nine of Swords. Now, this almost makes me think of someone who, in this case, is postponing a celebration in order to save more money. Okay, that's how, when I first glance at these cards, it'd be like two people, dear friends, romantic pairing, but saying, you know what? We're going to hold off on this until there's more money, or until we're not going to celebrate until we sign the contract. We're not going to celebrate until we start billing the client. We're not going to get married until we can afford the wedding we want. It's that feeling, it's like putting off some celebration. It's going to happen. It's not stalling for time. It's stalling to be in a better place. So the Fool reversed again, not making that move right now. The Two of Cups. I love the Two of Cups. You know that. A friendship that grows into a romance that comes out of friendship, or two very dear friends really are kind of bonded there, pair bonded. The Two of Coins is juggling money. Then we have the Four of Wands, which is celebration. The Lovers reversed, and the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety. So I'm just going to say it's like saying, we just want to stop for a minute. Let's just slow the train down a little bit. Let's just wait till the financial situation is a little better, and then we'll move forward. That's what I'm seeing for Leo. I can't put it any more plainer than that. All right, Virgo. Virgo, we have the Chariot reversed. We have the King of Cups. We have the Three of Coins. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. And we have the Eight of Wands. So what do I see here? Well, the Chariot reversed is the chariot not moving. We're not moving forward. Okay, we're stuck in place. The King of Cups and the Three of Coins speaks to being in a good place spiritually and financially. Celebrating, Three of Coins is always going to be celebrating money, and the King of Cups speaks to a spiritual workplace, or a kind. The King of Cups is kind and friendly and good and emotional and spiritual. I mean, that's what the King of Cups is. Now I see the Ten of Swords reversed, which is, of course, things getting better, hitting the bottom of the barrel and on your way up, because the Ten of Swords is definitely hitting the bottom of the barrel. But when it's reversed, it's you're on your way up. The Eight of Cups reversed is, can't go home. You're not leaving anywhere. But the Eight of Wands has you focusing on career. So stuck in place, can't leave, is this thing going on here? But the focus is on making money while you can. Even while you can't move forward physically where you are, again, making hay while the sun shines. That's really, and anxiety-wise, emotionally, it's better. Like you're taking the best of the situation and making it work for you. And you are making money. You're making money. I don't think your heart is where you're at. I think you want to be someplace else, Virgo. But for now, you're gonna do what you got to do. And Virgo is an earth sign, and Virgo is the most practical of the earth signs. So Virgo's going to do what it needs to do, and then it will do what it can do later. Very much like the theme of what I was talking about. Right? Wow, okay. All right. So we go to Libra. Libra, we have the 10 of coins. We have the Ace of coins reversed. We have the 4 of swords. We have the Knight of coins reversed. We have the 6 of wands reversed. And we have the Death card reversed. So when we see the Death card reversed, we know it's changes that you're making. It's not being thrust upon you. You're making those changes, those endings, actually. Changes are more about the Tower. Endings are more about Death card. And if they're around certain things, I would say it's actually like a death, but it's not. This has more to do with work and career. We're looking at coins and coins, right? And wands. So 10 of coins is a great card. It's a card of real estate holdings. It's real estate investments. It's putting money into your house. It's a great card. Ace of coins reversed and the 4 of swords. So I'm going to say, like, you finished doing some big piece of work, or you finished buying a house, you've spent your money, and now you're relaxing and enjoying it. That's or you're just relaxing. 4 of swords is a card of respite, a card of rejuvenation. It's a rest card, honestly. Knight of coins reversed, 6 of wands reversed, the Death card reversed. Well, I'm going to say the 6 of wands reversed. There's no advancement in your career. There's no new money coming. The Knight of coins reversed. And I almost want to think it's like you want to change careers or end a career. I'm going to throw one more card here for Libra. Nope, the Hangman. It's like you'd like to make this ending happening, but it's just not time yet. The Hangman is like literally hanging in there, but it's also delayed gratification. It's similar to what I said about staying for the sake of a child. It's like ignoring your own needs for the needs of others. So it's almost like, in this case, I would say, like, it'd be like being able to work out of the house, 10 of coins, but now you got to go back to work. You worked out of the house, and now you got to go back, and you're probably not sure how you're going to do that. But it's the ending of something, and it's. I don't think you want to go back, Libra. I think or you'd like to be home. Even you've done some work to the house. You bought a house, and now you got to work and pay for the house. It's like that. So but I don't see you. While you might want to leave the job, I don't know that you're going to. Not right now. And I'm going to say again, this isn't the time to make those kind of changes. Not when it's taking so long to find jobs. Not when it's so hard to interview. Not when everything is virtual. Not when so many companies are closing. So the idea of waiting a little longer, focusing on just making money and taking a breath is what I'm seeing for Libra. All right, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, we have the Hierophant. We have the 9 of wands reversed. We have the Page of cups reversed. High Priestess reversed. 9 of coins reversed. And the Queen of cups reversed. Oh. I mean, in a nutshell, it's someone who has a job, the Hierophant, that they're not making enough money, that they're not necessarily loving, that they're not, I don't see progression. I don't see advancement possibilities. I don't see there being a sense of, I can intuit my way through this. There's a higher good here. I need it, but and the Queen of Cups reversed. I mean, it's really, like being taken advantage of, or just being unhappy with the situation? Do I see you leaving this job? Queen of Coins upright. No, because you're there for the paycheck. So, Scorpio, that you're there for the paycheck. The Hierophant and the Queen of Coins. You may be working a lot of extra hours. You may not be getting paid for those hours. You may not be getting everything that you should. There may be no advance, but you're there for a paycheck. And even though it's depressing, and I don't think you want to be there. Again, this isn't the time to leave. It looks like it's a solid job. Okay. I wish I could see something better, but again, I'm looking at coins and wands and money, and not happy with it. Page of Cups reversed, Queen of Cups reversed. No, you don't like it. And the High Priestess trying to figure out when they'll be in their job, or see, because that's what Scorpio does. Scorpio plays out 7, 8, 9, 10 moves ahead on the chessboard of life. While everyone else is playing checkers, Scorpio is playing quantum chess. Scorpio is like, let me see how this is going to go. 5, 6 moves out there. But in this case, Scorpio's not doing that. It can't do that. It's getting blocked. Scorpio hates that, by the way. Scorpio is not like being blocked. But for some reason, it's a question of just, I can't see how it's going to go, so I'm going to stay put. My God, this is shaking all over the place. I'm so sorry. All right, and that's a good thing to do. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we have the 4 of Cups reversed. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the Devil. The World reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed. And the Knight of Swords reversed. All right. Well, the first card, the 4 of Cups reversed, it's interesting. So, the 4 of Pentacles is, how do I make more money? Oh, this is how I make more money. The 4 of Cups upright is, what do I want? And the 4 of Cups reversed really is, I know what I want. I know what I want. 3 of Wands is usually education and school. Now, one thing that sometimes when you see a school card, like the 3 of Wands, next to the Devil card, it does speak to education around addictive services, around, let's say, forensic sciences. Studying toxic, studying criminals, studying addiction. There's that, okay? But in this case, I'm wondering, Sag, if you're not happy with your major, if you're not happy, if you no longer want to work in your education field, why do I have the World reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, the 9 of Swords reversed? You're not complaining. Sag isn't a big complainer, but you want to do something. You're ready to do something new. You're done with this. You don't like it anymore, and I don't see you want to change. I'm going to say with Sag, I want to do something very different than what I'm doing right now. Are you going to do it right now? Hello, what's the answer to that? No, you're not. You're not going to change now. Hence that, Knight of Swords reversed. You want to, but you're going to wait. Let's get through the election. Let's not be brash. You know what you want. That's the good news. Point yourself in that direction. But I don't see you making any moves right now. You know what you want. Okay? That's the good news. You're halfway there. You know what you want. It's not what you have. But you're going to wait a little longer before you go after that. Okay? Even Sag, the most impetuous sign of the zodiac, is going to wait until the time is right. And this is not the time. If you've got a solid job and you're making money, make money. Don't change now. All right, Capricorn. Oh, Cappy. 7 of Cups. The Moon reversed. The Queen of Wands upright. The 9 of Cups reversed. The Page of Wands reversed. The 2 of Wands. All right. Well, There's a certain emotional unhappiness for Capricorn. Seven of Cups is, what do I want emotionally? What do I want? The Nine of Cups is, I'm not getting what I want. Not what you need, what you want emotionally. And a sense of feeling hopeless. Maybe I'm never going to get this. Maybe I'm never going to have this. But I see the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is often that card of job that lands in your lap. You know, hey, I need somebody to come work for me. Or there's an opportunity, put an application, I'll put in a good word for you. You know, we're looking for someone like you. That lands in your lap. There's that. But the other thing with the Two of Wands can be a romantic partnership. It can be two people that meet at work, or two people that have, it's almost like they invest in each other. You know, some of the best marriages, some of the best unions are people who invest in each other. They invest in each other's education. They invest in a home together. It's all about the together. And it's looking at things like an investment. I wrote a blog years ago about marriage and the art of the business deal, you know, and people got angry. They're like, marriage is nothing like a business deal. I'm like, you've not been divorced. Because when you get divorced, I assure you, it's all about the business deal. The very first thing your lawyers have you do is write a profit and loss statement. What do you have? What do you owe? It's all about the bottom line. It's not about the years of marriage or the emotional component. It's not about the kids. It's about what you owe and what you got. That's what it's about. So what I'm saying here, but a good marriage where two people understand that, where they know that they're together, they're going to make the biggest purchase of their lives, the biggest investment, which is usually your home. That's usually the biggest purchase that any of us make. And we invest together. And then we build a family. We invest in our kids' education, in their sports. You know, we invest in each other. And when you look at it that way, is that the most romantic thing in the world? No, but Capricorn's not the most romantic sign. But Capricorn understands investment. They understand yield on investment. They understand hard work paying off. Okay? They understand giving kids the tools so they can get what they need. They can get what they need. But you got to give them the tools to do that. I have had parents come in, and it's really frustrating for me. My kids did get a car. They got a used car, but they got a car when they turned 16, and they were expected to find a job and work, and they all did. They were all working at 16. You know, Devin used to, good God, Devin would get up early, go to Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She worked at the bakery in Huntington Center. She'd be there at 4:30 in the morning, go to school all day, cheerlead, do what she had to do, and then she would close at Dunkin' Donuts at night and on the weekend. So this kid worked, but she had a car to do that with. Um, Parents complain about their kids not working, but it's like, how are they supposed to get to work? Well, they can walk. I'm like, they can walk? How? Where? Where's the job? Where do you live? Well, they could take the bus. I'm like, take the bus? How? Where? Where do you live? You know, that there's buses. You know, I mean, come on now. You got to give the kid the tools to do what they need to do. I've heard that a lot. So at least drop them off and pick them up. I mean, give them a chance. So here, Capricorn, I am seeing you working very hard, of course, and here you are, the Queen of Wands, and you're happy working. You like to work, Capricorn. But you're recognizing that something could be missing. And that is that Seven of Cups. What's missing? What do I want? Nine of Cups. It's like this yearning, the sense of there's something that's not there. Because it can't be all work and no play. It just can't be. But I'm going to say with Capricorn, there's a partnership. There's something that looks good on the horizon. Okay? A little emotional happiness, which not here yet, but it's coming. Right, Aquarius. A lot of Aquarius is getting readings. I don't know what's in the air, but I've had a lot of Aquariuses in the shop over the past week, which is rare. You know, Aquarius does not often get readings. Not because they don't love readings, they actually enjoy it. And Aquarius is one of the three most intuitive signs of the zodiac. Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces. They do what they do very differently, but those are three of the most intuitive signs innately. Okay, sun sign of the zodiac. Scorpio just knows shit. Pisces intuits, and Aquarius gets these random flashes, and they're usually spot on. Which it would make sense. Aquarius is the mad genius of the zodiac, mad scientist. They get these flashes of brilliance. They get these flashes of psychic knowing. And they're usually a balanced Aquarius is one of the best judges of character in the zodiac. If an Aquarius tells you they don't like somebody, you should take note of that. Because Aquarius, likes to give everyone a chance. It's the 11th house, the sign of humanitarian efforts, brotherly love, friendships, committee work. So if an Aquarius tells you, I don't like that person, take note, okay? Because they know. They're usually exceptionally good judges of character. Aquarius, I see the sun reversed. I see Temperance, and I see the Seven of Swords. I see the Hermit reversed. I see the Eight of Coins reversed, and I see the Seven of Coins reversed. Whew, Aquarius. Again, first glance with these cards, just first glance is you're maintaining balance in a toxic work situation by staying to yourself. Okay? The Hermit reversed is I'm choosing to not partake. The Seven of Swords is usually gossip, really like gossip and malicious talk and, toxic behavior. And I'm going to say the workplace because there's coins. Seven of Coins, you're looking at how you can get out of it, how you can make more money, how you can earn a living. But the Eight of Coins reverse is not feeling motivated by your job. But are you going to leave the job right now? What's the answer? No, not unless you have another job waiting for you. And you're maintaining balance by just saying, and I say this all the time. I say this all the time. Listen, they're your coworkers. They're not your family. You don't feed them. You don't go home with them. You don't got to fuck them. They're just, excuse me, but it's true. They're just your coworkers. Go in, put a smile on your face. How you doing? Do your job and leave. I don't know why so many of you are so brokenhearted because your coworkers don't like you, didn't include you, didn't want you, or didn't, who gives a shit? You're there for a paycheck. Be nice, be polite, be your better self, be your higher self. And then as Aquarius is wisely doing, remove yourself from the toxic, say, okay, we're great, bye guys, see you tomorrow, and get out of there and go home. Be happy there. Okay, that's that. Truly, you don't have to deal with these people out of the work environment. And I have so many of you are so upset, that you're not part of the. I don't know, maybe. And I'm not being mean, okay, but maybe I was that kid who ate alone. I was in 4 different high schools, 3 different time zones, never fit in. I was always eating by myself at the cafeteria table, almost always. But some of you longed to be at the popular table. I didn't. I hated those kids. I saw them for what they were. Even as a freshman in high school, I could see them for what they were. But some of you longed for that they would somehow notice you or invite you over, and it shows. It shows that you still wish to be part of that group. And whether it's I'm afraid to do my magic, someone will talk, or someone, when you give a shit, they talk. Talk. Of course, I'm that person to walk by with a flag and, woohoo, look at me doing magic, woo, I'm that person. Does it bother you? Good, I'll do it more. I'll sing and dance while I'm doing it. Hello, but that's me. I just don't care. My self-assurance, my self-confidence never hinge on someone else liking me or not liking me. And I assure you guys, I was bullied. I had the glasses. I was tall, skinny. Trust me, no one was looking at me going, wow, she's going to be something one day. They were like, she's just weird and weird looking. Truly, okay? But honestly, okay, I'm sorry. So again, please rethink that. Your well-being doesn't hinge on whether someone likes you or not. It really doesn't. Your kids should like you. Your spouse should like you. Your significant other should like you. Yes, they should. And if they don't like you, that's an issue. Because those are people that you do feed and live with and, go to bed with. That matters. But the people on the street, the random people, the people you work with, I mean, go blow. Who gives a shit? Sorry. Give a fuck. All right. Pisces. All right, Pisces. What do I see? I see the Magician reversed. The Queen of Swords reversed. The King of Coins reversed. The Emperor, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Wands reversed. Holy shit, Pisces. Okay. Well, the Magician reverse speaks to being out of your element. Pisces often is. Okay. Of the three water signs, got the crab and the scorpion. They can live on air and in the water. But Pisces is purely a fish. It needs to be in the water. It needs to be emotional, spiritual. It's got to swim. Pisces can't survive out of the water. So Pisces, the Magician reversed, out of its element. Queen of Swords reversed, King of Coins reversed. Queen of Swords reversed is a terrible female. This is a vindictive, manipulative. Occasionally, it could be a woman with Alzheimer's, dementia, because the swords are cerebral, but it's usually someone who's really jacked up and mean. Okay, just like the King of Swords reversed is a bully. And then we have the King of Coins reversed, which is a man who's either selfish, not sharing their money, cares more about money than people. And here's Pisces. This makes me think of a Pisces working in an office situation where they don't belong, or in a bank or a lending institution where they don't belong, and just surrounded by greed and avarice and just awful. The Emperor, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Wands reversed. And here's the thing about Pisces is Pisces gets bullied very easily. Okay? So I'm going to say Pisces is trying to work in an industry, the Emperor, but they really don't belong. Okay? They really don't belong. And they're crying over spilt milk. And what do I see with the Ten of Wands reversed? Is the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm a Pisces, and I'll tell you a story. Back in the day, out of high school, someone got me a job. I was working 3 jobs. I always worked 3 jobs. But I was working 1 day a week at a bridal shop. The worst job I've ever had in my life, in my whole life. And I've had some shitty jobs. But that one, that was the cream of the crop. I do not belong in a bridal shop. Nothing about that industry interests me. Nothing about it was. So basically, I hate to offend people, but it was awful. And I mean, I'd be sitting in the shop, and of course, it's an industry. So, and so the idea was, and this is how I was trained, is when someone came in and there was a gaggle of them came in, big family thing, they're going to pick out their bridal dresses and their bridesmaids dresses. And you went into sales mode. And the way you sell bride dresses to a bride, is you're going to be a queen, a princess. This is yours. All eyes on you. What dress do you want? You want the most beautiful dress, i.e., the most expensive dress. And whatever dress they picked out, you had to love. And that meant lie. And this is the worst liar in the world. I am, without a doubt, the worst liar you'll ever meet. And these eyes and this face can't do it. So you got someone who is sadly very overweight, trying to get them into a dress that is, and they're sitting there, and it's lace ruffles, all over, and all you hear is these bridesmaids and the mothers just ba 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 ba, and you're like, oh, you look so good in that, and you don't look good in that. This is not your dress, okay? But they love it, and everyone's talking, and you're like, oh, that's great. That's a great dress, Sure, great. And then of course the shoes and the purse. So you were just trying to add on the veil and the expensive headpiece, and I didn't last long there. That was not the job for me. And for some it was just effortless because they love the bridal, they love the romantic, they just like the Wedding Planner, that movie with Jennifer Lopez. I just no, nope, not for me, nope. So anyway, my point is that with the Pisces, it is really working in an industry where you don't belong, and really feeling. But there's something. The straw that broke the camel's back, And it could be a relationship. It could be with those two cards there, but it really speaks more to an environmental issue. Now, it could be the young Pisces living at home with the parents that are awful, and but it really reads more like a work environment thing where you are where you don't belong. It's not you're there just not even paycheck doesn't look that great, okay? But at some point, Pisces has to quit crying over spilt milk, quit doing that, and get angry and quit and leave. And again, probably not time right now, but it is time to start looking at what else you can do and move in that direction. It's awful. Hey, Karen. I'm cool now. Well, all right. Now you have no idea. You really have no idea how bad it was. So, anyway, that's it, guys. That's what's going on. And oh man, yeah, gotta stay calm. You just have to stay calm. I want you to think of that scene in Bambi with a little pheasants and like, no, stay put. Shh, stay. Just it'll pass. They'll, and don't be that pheasant that I can't. No, don't be that pheasant. Don't be that one. Just sit tight and let's get through this, and let's get through this election, and let's get through this awful racial tension, and let's work towards a common goal. Let's work on energetically. I keep saying, burn your sage, play your singing bowls, meditate. This is a wonderful time for any spiritual study you want to engender. Learn how to make candles. Play into your creative side. Begin your book of shadows. Start recording your dreams. You're going to look back and you'll have lived through this time. We chose to be here. And we've been talking about this. And my personal area of study, where my unpaid life's work has been ancient prophecy, old prophecy. And I was telling someone in a private reading before I came up here about this. And these times have been prophesized for a very long time. The Hopi prophecies are the oldest. They're 1,000 years old. You can look them up because the Hopis, I want to say 40 years ago, after keeping them secret and they didn't belong to white men, and they released, because basically the reservations are death camps. We talk about death camps. We have them. Native Americans have been living on them. Mm-hmm. That's what they are. They're death camps. And they released these prophecies because they felt that someone should survive, if not them. And that's what they did. They let their prophecies be known. And they talked about a time when spider webs would cover the earth, the World Wide Web. Mother Shipton talked about a time when men would look like women and women would look like men, and you couldn't tell the difference. Hello, a lot of prophecies. One that has always frightened me, one that I've for a long time, and just is the bear, the dragon, and the eagle, and a great confrontation, and that's America, China, and Russia. And I have been nervously looking at China. China's not in good shape financially. What do we do? What do countries do when they're not in good shape? They go to war. We've done it. I'm not blaming anybody. We've done it. America's done it many times. War is a wonderful way to boost an economy. Nothing gets things going better than a good war, And China's not in good shape right now. So I'm nervous about that. That's something that bothers me. I can't pretend that I'm not. But it's not a good time to make foolish mistakes. It's not a good time to throw caution to the wind. Not right now. If you have security at home, then guard that security. If you've got a job that's secure, even though you don't love it, you're getting tired of it, well, but guard that financial security. Okay? Take it seriously. Now, the Pisces, that last reading, if you're just absolutely miserable I'm seeing the straw that broke the camel's back, I'm not suggesting anyone stay in a marriage where they're being abused. I'm not suggesting anyone take abuse lying down or just swallow it. No, I'm not saying that. I am saying here we have the Aquarius and the Pisces. The Aquarius is saying, I leave you people alone and I leave when I'm done with the day. No harm, no foul. That's not the same thing as someone like the Pisces reading where you got a very abusive female and maybe not getting paid, not being taken, and then you're trying to maneuver through that in an environment that you're very unhappy. That speaks to abuse. So there's a little different situation then. Okay? So balance that. And sometimes you need a third party. You need an outside voice. You need someone to sit there and say, this is just as awful as you think it is. You need a counselor, or you need someone that can talk to you who's not a friend, who's not a relative. And yeah, those $5 readings often turn into that. Just validation. This is what you're dealing with. Yes, I am. Yep. Can't tell you what to do, but it's all right. Just so I know that I'm not, what I'm feeling is real. Because when you're around people who are abusive, very often the first thing they do is try to convince you that you're crazy. Everyone else is happy. Why aren't you happy? Abusive people, even within families where you've got a parent or someone's a sexual abuser, they pick on one kid, and so the rest of the family looks perfectly healthy. I mean, dad's a great guy, but there's one kid, whether it's the oldest, the youngest, that's dealing with the awful, awful abuse and is often being charged with, if you tell, will destroy the family. You wonder why people don't tell, why kids don't tell. It's because usually some awful thing is hinged on that. I'm not talking about staying in those situations. Be really clear about that, okay? Not for a second, not for a minute. Understand the difference between I'm not happy, it's not great. And I'll end with this. I have people that come to my shop. It happened not too long ago. Someone was like beating down my door for a reading. I need a reading. Can you fit me in? Can you fit me? I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking, oh my God, the house is on fire. And they sat there and they're like, I'm shuffling, so you'll focus, think what you're thinking, and threw the cards, and they were kind of fakakta, And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, a little this, a little that, but nothing. Like, what were you thinking? Here I'm thinking, again, beating down my door for a reading. I'm squeezing in for a reading. And they're like, oh, nothing really. Just, I don't know. I just kind of want, I'm like, what? What are you doing here? So if that's your situation where you're just bored, well, then suck it up, buttercup, and wait for better days. If you're just bored, or the promotion's not coming fast enough for you, I wouldn't be, handing my resignation over that. You're living someplace, you'd like something better, but you're not there financially. Well, this isn't the time to make a leap and buy a new car, spend your money. A lot of people do that. They can't get the house they want, so they spend money on a car, a luxury car. I've seen this over and over again. Anyway, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Guys, take care of yourselves, make good decisions, behave, okay? Behave. And I will talk to you later. Bye.